Hey all, JTC here, and welcome back to another Narrated Thoughts gameplay video, where I talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it live. Today, I'll be playing some Witch Hunter Captain using Rapier and Brace of Pistols. Now, the build we're running today is a pretty cookie-cutter build, pretty stereotypical to see on a Witch Hunter Captain. I'll be running Temp HP on Cleave for the sustainability, I'll be running Assassin since it's better than Mainstay, I'll be running Wild Fervor for team-wide buffs, and I'll be running Charmed Life for the defensive aspects of Witch Hunter Captain. Now, I wouldn't talk about Flens and Unending Hunt. Normally, I would run Riposte, but since I'm not going to be hosting today, and my internet has actually been pretty fucking bad, I will be using Flens because I do not trust myself to time Riposte correctly. And with Unending Hunt and Fervency are pretty interchangeable with Witch Hunter Captain builds, but I like Unending Hunt because being able to shout more often usually just grants you more boons than Fervency does. Although Fervency is really, really good for maximum damage and like big damage, or like what's it called, patrol killing builds. Unending Hunt is just better across the board for pretty much everything else, especially for crowd control, since you're going to be shouting pretty much 24/7 during a horde. Pretty much never use I Shall Judge You All because this is absolutely horrible. So we're going to start by holding block as usual because I have no idea what I'm getting into, and it seems we're in a pretty controlled situation here. We have some monks coming up behind. I'm going to look behind and meet what's coming up behind because I see everyone's up top. Not even going to risk it with a hook rat when I just joined. I don't really know what my ping is right now. I'm going to have to try to feel it out. It is green, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm going to shout because I don't trust it. I'm just going to play it safe right now. I also think I was by myself at that moment. Not anymore. More monks are on their way. I'm just going to try to trade with them while blocking. I hear a patrol. That's right there. Patrols are not that much of a threat, especially when you pull them on your terms, but since I don't know the skill levels of this team, I don't recognize anyone, and I also don't know what their general consensus is regarding hordes, I'm not going to pull them. I'm going to just follow the team right here, because realistically, if I pull them right now, if I were just to shoot them, I would be a massive asshole, and I don't want to do that, so the team looks like they want to let the horde pass, or the patrol pass, so I'm going to let the patrol pass. Patrols are not a threat if you know how to deal with them at all, but that's really only if you're playing with a group that you know. If you're not playing with a group that you know, err on the side of caution and don't pull patrols. It sounds like we have another horde coming. They're probably coming from either behind or in front. If I had to guess, they're probably going to be coming from behind. They could also, in theory, ambush us right here from like these holes in the ground, but I don't think they're going to do that. They usually don't ambush, from what I can tell, so soon after a horde. I need to realistically start getting some hits in to keep my temp HP up. I could just drink, but I don't want to drink just yet, because we only have 2 healing potions. If we had more healing, I would just heal, but it's not really that big of a deal. Also, this seems to be a very ranged, heavy composition, so I need to be mindful of the huntsman and the whatever her name is, the elf, along with the spears. I don't want to run in front of them and get downed or take a lot of damage, so I got to be very careful regarding that. Looking at the comp that we have right now, we have an Ironbreaker, which is nice to have. We have a Handmaiden with a shield, I saw, and then we have a Huntsman. So it seems like we have a pretty decent comp right here. I'm kind of the flex of the team. I kind of do whatever the team needs in the moment. Although it's pretty much it looks like it's going to be more melee than anything. I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to shout, and I'm going to fight my way back down to ensure that I don't get stabbed in the butt and instantly die, because I do not want to get downed right here. That'd be very embarrassing. Finish off this horde just by spamming left click because I have the Ironbreaker with me. But yeah, it looks like the Huntsman and I'm assuming the Elf is going to have pretty much everything covered when it comes to range. So it looks like I'm going to be in melee most of the time, which is fine. I'm going to ping that for them to see. I do not have the range for that, so I'm not going to bother. That was a mistake on my part. I did not mean to dodge down. Oopsies. But you know what? It's fine. Right here, I hear the patrol off either, I think to my left, over there. Yeah, it's over there. I think they're coming from the right down to the left. I don't know where they want to go. I would recommend going over here, so I'm just going to walk over here and see if they follow me. They do. Rattling Gunner's coming up. So I'm going to get ready to kill him. Tag and kill. I could have let the Handmaiden deal with that, but since it was a Rattling Gunner and he could have really ruined our day, I didn't want to risk it, so I'm just going to expend the ammo to kill him quickly. I'm going to explore. Sometimes items can spawn in these back alleys, so I am going to explore these back alleys. Aha, see? I'm not going to bother pinging and getting these guys to come over for them because they're so far away, so I'm just going to kill it. He's stuck in an animation right now, so I'm just going to switch to my melee and kill him and save the ammo. If a special is locked in an animation, there's really no reason to ever shoot them unless you desperately need them dead at that exact moment. And right then and there, I did not need him dead in that exact moment, so I just meleeed him to death to save ammo. I'll ping that since I don't use it, or I can't use it right now. Seems like they're coming from behind. Also, it looks like, yeah, looks like coming up the stairs and not behind, so I'm going to meet up here. To the horde of 5 rats. Unfortunate. I thought there was going to be more. There's an assassin. Ooh, I tried to dead stop him, but it didn't work. Huntsman's got that covered, so I'm not going to bother. This is a little laggy, so I'm not going to fight forward. I'm going to fight with the Huntsman right here. Seems like they have that covered. I'm going to push up a tiny bit, not too far, to meet this horde. I don't want to get too separated from my team here. I'm looking at my ult. I'm spamming F to get it ulted when I'm off cooldown. Whenever you're fighting in a horde like this and you need some horde control, it's always a wise idea to look at your ult bar and spam it when you think it's about to come off cooldown. I'm going to let the Handmaiden take care of that. Like right there, I needed some horde control at that moment, so I was watching my ult, and then I was spamming F as soon as it was about to come off cooldown so I could get that shot off as fast as possible. Because in those situations, you need crowd control, and you need it now. Vermintide is very much a game of short amounts of time, and what I mean by that is that just simply 1 second can make the difference. So because of that, you don't have any seconds to waste. The sooner you can get that ult out, the better. He got that covered. I'm going to take care of this special, though. Or elite. There's guaranteed ammo up here, so I'm just going to open fire. Not really too worried about it. They got that. There's a guaranteed healing up here, and there's also guaranteed healing inside of here. I'm going to take... Since we're in a holdout event, normally I would pass this over to the elf for her to clutch and speedrun if it's so necessary, but considering we're going into an event where it's impossible for her to run, it would be better suited for me in this instance, so because of the crowd control and the extra crit chance. It could also go to the Ironbreaker, but I don't know what the Ironbreaker's running. He might not be able to... I mean, honestly, yeah, I'll just heal if they don't want to use it. Seems like Puzzle Fox and E knows each other. I don't recognize these guys, so I'm not sure who they are. But anyways, this Conch Pot could also go to the Ironbreaker, but considering I don't know what he's running... Actually, no, wait. No, just kidding, I do. Okay, he's running Booming Taunt, so he's not running the one that boosts the power of the team, so it's better suited for me in this case. I'm going to see what they do. Looks like they want to chill up here, so I'll chill with them. Get some free pokes in. Maybe if I can actually poke them, I'll get some free pokes in. Just looking to kill. I'm not looking to generate temp HP, so I'm not spamming left click. I'm looking to kill, so I'm aiming for headshots with a poke to get that insta-kill. I am going to go over here in hopes to meet these guys when they climb up, because inevitably they are going to climb up from over here. They can climb up right there and then climb up right here. I believe... No, they cannot climb up here. It's pretty much just right here they can climb up. So I'm going to meet them over here. They can also come up here in some cases. It looks like they are making their way there. So I'm going to wait until they break free, and then I'm going to ult in their face. Never mind, the Huntsman looks like it has that covered, but there's a bunch of shields, so I'm just going to be safe. I'm going to play it safe and ult. And realistically, yeah, because this is a holdout event, it's going to hit 10 enemies, and I'm going to get that cooldown. And these, in this specific holdout, it's actually nice to have at least one of these boards up, even if it's just one. You don't have to have all of them up for it to be helpful. Just having one up is super helpful because it buys you a little bit of time. And like I said, this game is very much a time-oriented game. Every second helps. So 1 extra second of just buying you time with just 1 extra board can make the difference between life and death in some cases. I'm gonna shout. I don't like that. I'm gonna... I heard that, so they're coming behind me. I gotta be careful. All right, they're overrunning, so I'm gonna fall back to my team. Looks like the team's also getting overrun, so it's a good thing we all kind of met over here. Ooh, that was unfortunate. Berserker's not gonna risk it with lag. I'm gonna push up and try to push these guys back a little bit. No, okay, boy. This is some rough ping. I'm gonna play it a little more safe now. I don't like this. Fighting with my team. I'm watching for my ult to be up because I need it to be up now. Spamming F to get that ult out as fast as possible. Trying to get behind them so I can attack the horde from 2 sides rather than just 1 side. Whenever you're trying to make some distance in a horde, it's always a wise idea to put your back against a wall and push forward along the wall while shoving your way through. That is going to be the best way for you to get past a horde that is blocking your path. My team is pushing up, so I'm going to push up with them. I don't want to be caught with my pants down. Crouch when he's shooting over my head. I always love it when people immediately respond with sorry when they shoot you. That's not because of, oh my god, it was their fault, but because that means that if somebody is willing to respond with a sorry for shooting you, no matter if it's their fault or yours, that means that they're going to be actively watching out for friendly fire, so I don't really have to watch out too much for this huntsman and his friendly fire because I know he's going to be watching out for himself, and that is really comforting. We do need to get going. We can't just sit here and left-click spam because this is an infinite spawn. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop. I'll start clearing out some of these guys. When I need instant kills like this and don't really need to build temp HP, I'm just going to go for the head stabs to insta-kill. Frother, which means there should be a Berserker somewhere, either behind or in front. Hey, look, there they are. There's a Berserker. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to ult. Remember, if you're ever dealing with Berserkers, Plague Monks or Chaos Berserkers on ping, do not risk it. Just play it safe. Because they will shred you in 0.2 seconds, and there's nothing you can do about it. I hear... That is the sound of a Berserker cry. I think he's on the other side here. Actually, no, it's a Marauder. Never mind. There's really not too much. The AI director is actually going pretty easy on us this time around, so there's not really too much for me to do other than just kind of vibe and chill, keep my temp HP up. There's a lot of times in the game when you're going to have kind of these lulls where there's nothing you're really doing, and you can just kind of like take the moment to like take a second, take a breather, relax a little bit. But in those moments, you should be pretty much watching out for specials and making sure your temp HP is not degrading. And how you can do that is just by, technically it's the easiest with cleave temp HP like I have, because all you need to do is just smack something every so often to make sure that your temp HP isn't going to go down. But otherwise, for temp HP on kill, you should just be killing something every so often to make sure your temp HP doesn't go down if you can. And then for stagger, just stagger everything. Stagger something. I'm going to shout because there's easily 10 plus enemies here, so why not? Ammo, but oh, that's also infinite ammo, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot that Frother. Not even gonna deal with it. I had them drop into my right over the wall. Not too many, so it's not that big of a deal. Wonder if we're gonna get a boss here. Probably not. Yeah, no, we're not. There's 2 specials up. Ow. Another special up. There is healing right there. I'll ping that. Something spawns in here sometimes. Like that. I have a shout, so I'm gonna keep it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna keep the med kit since I have a shout and have a way to make some room if I need to heal somebody. That was my fault. I shouldn't have gotten in front of him. I don't like this, so I'm actually gonna back off a little bit. We're gonna get surrounded up there, so I'm going to back off, and I'm gonna hope my team follows. If you're ever in a situation where you realize you're in a bad situation and you need to move, don't stick with your team just because they're in a bad situation. If you notice you're in a bad situation, just get the hell out of there and hope your team follows you. If they don't and they die, that's not your fault. I hear an assassin to the left. I'm watching for that assassin. That assassin's priority number 1. He's right there. I missed. Did not miss that time. They're coming over the wall again. Let the Iron Breaker start staggering, then I'm going to come in with my own shout. Gotta meet them to the left since Iron Breaker has that covered. Horde's pretty much a trickle at this point. No, never mind. Just kidding. There's one more wave, which isn't unheard of, but is actually not that common. Most waves come in waves of 2. Sometimes they can come in 3. I did not expect the wave of 3, but here we are. Oh, I just got shoved off. That's awkward. That is a Blight Stormer, which should be just right over this other side. We have to keep making some pushes, so I'm going to push forward to hopefully get my team to keep pushing forward. That is also a good way to get the attention of a team who doesn't like to push forward very much. If you're realizing that your team isn't really keeping too much of a pace, a way that you can actually force keep the pace is just to walk off on your own. I don't know what they're going to do here. Like I said, I don't know these people, so I'm going to go with them. If they want to skip the patrol, I'll follow them. But yeah, it looks like they want to skip the patrol. So in that case, we can go over here to skip the patrol. Once more, I'm just going to walk over here. Yeah, if you want your team to go to a specific place and they're not doing something, whether, you know, like a hiding spot like this, or, you know, if they want to push forward, or if you want them to push forward but they're not, I'm rambling way too much. Let me try to rephrase what I'm saying. If you want your team to do something because they're too indecisive on what to do, just make a decision and stick with that decision, and most of the time they will follow your decision. Like right there, they were very confused on where to go, so I just walked in that corner confidently, and everybody followed me. Same thing when they were fighting over there. I just started walking over here confidently, and they followed me. We're coming up to the end event here. End events I actually really like the end event. It's a pretty simple end event. All you got to do is just keep holding W, and you pretty much win. The end event can get pretty scary if, for some reason, you don't have any healing supplies, like you're playing a Deprivation Deed, and you have, like, basically no health, because those shots that are shot by that warp turret actually do a lot of damage if they hit you. They're not going to hit you. It's pretty difficult for them to hit you, and because the accuracy of them is very, very, very low, but if they do hit you, they chunk you for quite a bit. However, they are guaranteed to shoot at the very first person that goes out. So if you're playing with a group and somebody has low health, that person should not go first. The person with the most health should go first, because the gunner will target them rather than the rest of them. And then once they get to a certain point, they're going to stop shooting anyway, and then at that point, everyone can just keep walking. I see my ult is about up, so I'm going to spam F, because I want it off. I hear a disabler. I hear 2. Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and get inside of here. This team seems very passive, like they want to keep fighting every horde, which means I need to take the initiative and keep going. We have infinite ammo here, so I can just turn into Assault Spire turret. I think there's someone trying to attack me from the bottom of that. That's weird.
Healing drop if needed.
Right here, it's always a good idea to kill the specials before getting a move on. The Horde doesn't really matter because the Horde is not necessary. It's not a consistent spawn or an infinite spawn, but they will spawn for a while before they eventually trickle off. So it's usually wise to, I mean, honestly, if I might as well heal. So it's wise to kind of get control of the Horde a little bit and kill all specials before going. But he'll go, and then we'll go ahead and go. So like this, I'm getting shot out right now since I'm the first one, as you can see. So yeah. I don't know, sorry, I'm very rambly today, and it's hard for my brain to catch up. And see, it does go after whoever's first. So if somebody walks in front of me, it starts shooting at them instead. So if you're low on health in this section, do not go first. Also, I don't know why I picked up the blue. That was a mistake on my part. I should have kept the purple, drank it, and then covered for this Iron Breaker right here. I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna try to create a safe spot for my team so they don't get sandwiched in between. I'm going with the Rapier, not necessarily to do damage, but to break shields to make it easier, because I have a very high cleave weapon with Rapier that can hit shields. And under strength pot effects, any attack, no matter what it is, will break a shield, so might as well go ahead and make it easier for my team by breaking as many shields as I can.
We have purged a portion of
And with that, that is a GG's.
That's not over.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe to see more Vermintide content in the future. See y'all next time.